had going for it, Michael, in the first half of game number 3, playing with speed, getting shots out, but there is Hartenstein on a platter from SGA for the alley-oop.
Look at this, high pick and roll. Edey is one of those drag guys. And when I say drag, folks, he's going to drop back in coverage and not really cover his. And that's the next play you make in a situation where you're facing 2 defenders, as Shea was.
Puts you in a decision, sometimes a decision you don't want to make. There is SGA. Easy decision for him to get early in the game.
Absolutely. Man, you knew they were going to come out swinging. This is an elimination game for them. They're going to throw everything they can at you. That's what somebody you want to continue to see him miss that shot. He's probably the best three-point shooter out there.
How about Shea going right at Edey? And despite the size and the brick wall that is the rookie.
Switch right there, just taking advantage of it. And once again,
that's how the Grizzlies were able to get all of that offense in the first half in game number 3. Quick strikes, transition, and SGA right back the other way for SGA. Hard to miss.
He's getting that.
So this is where Hartenstein can be dangerous. Wants to give it up. That time Edey with the block. Right over to SGA, and that's an easy 2 for him. Almost 5 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. It's Dort on Pippen, and that pass never looked comfortable down to Edey. He never got possession, and the Thunder have it. Up top, it's J-Dub. He'll step into the 3. Nothing but nylon. J-Dub, not only has he been producing, Michael, he's been doing it efficiently with plays like that, and that is a beauty for Jalen Williams. 3-point shot off, but another miss.
Yeah, a deep miss that time. That's what we were talking about, closing out on shooters.
Nice follow as Hartenstein closes out on that possession.
That shot may have been tipped by Edey, the 7'4" man in the middle. How about this big pocket by SGA? My goodness. Talk about those live ball turnovers.
SGA had Bane on his backside. Wiggins passed up the 3, drives in, leans in, and used the scoop. What a move.
The big man in the middle. Take a look at this. Literally just dives.
See Jackson Jr. trying to get the positioning, and Kenrich wouldn't allow it. You get the ball here. It's Wiggins. Sideline 3, no good. Karam's right back to him. And you get a fresh 14. Caruso making his move. Spinning, dumping. Wallace there, and he lays it up and in.
How about this coming off the offensive rebound? Man, that's a really nifty pass by AC on that play.
And it just goes to show what a high processor he is.
Yeah, and trusting in his teammates, too. Well, that's a nice move by Shea. My goodness.
Here with Jackson trying to back him down. Caruso has held his ground so well in the first 3 games, and there's another turnover. It plops right over to Caruso. Wallace down the lane, and he's able to scoop it up and in. Play through the foul.
Sometimes you just ought to just watch it. Okay, look at this guy, man. You know, he is so clever with his defense. And you know the officials right now. Thunder just really kept him out of rhythm here defensively.
SGA looking like his usual self as he's now 7 for 7 from the floor. That left hand never stood a chance.
That's a tough shot. And kind of forced that a little bit, but give the Thunder defense credit.
Nice backdoor cut that time. Hartenstein beautifully threads that pass to Joe for the reverse.
For Isaiah Joe, look, I'm going to overplay him. And he just said, look, man, as soon as you turn your back, I see your numbers. Young players, you see the numbers of a guy that's guarding you from the back. Cut back door.
Looked like Wallace was going to have the layup. Pippen on the other end. And speaking of a block, there is Alex Caruso on the recovery.
How about this? Caruso coming over, just batting it off.
Nobody for Memphis wants to get the rebound. And Caruso capitalizes straight away.
Loose change. And there's a dead ball rebound. That's what we call that a lot of times.
I'm sure he had a plan there. Kennard had it poked away on the backside. Caruso yet again with another defensive play. J-Dub down the lane. And how about that high scoop off the window?
The problem for the Grizzlies, as you see right here, look at this. In transition, all the good defensive hands. And he lays that thing up high.
Guys, OKC leading 9-0 in second chance points at the moment.
All right, thank you, Nick. And you certainly felt the pace and the pressure as Holmgren steps in, and he's got the nice 2 coming out of the timeout. Came into this one 30% shooting in the series. Holmgren trying to get around Edey. A little sidestep all the way to the rim for the jam. Caruso would give it up. Right back to Joe. He's got an open look. And that one goes down. And Thunder had some glorious looks from three. Joe again fires and hits again. Back-to-back threes for Isaiah Joe. Trying to get to the post. Fumbled that all over. And J-Dub's coming back the other way. He's got to be careful with the ball. Maneuvers and then ducks into that layup. Pippen that time didn't want the three, even with Hartenstein. Sagging back as Holmgren came over, got a piece of it. It's going the other way.
That was a big part of what they were able to do in the first half of game 3. Was a three-point shot makes.
As J-Dub somehow able to skirt right across the baseline. Jackson fell. That is SGA's first miss, either from the field or at the line. Jackson tripped, lost his balance. What a recovery. Cason Wallace walking that three-point attempt by Pippen. Odd man rush. Wallace. J-Dub, the cut. Hartenstein. And he's going to lay it up and in.
Took a hit on the arm. Mark was screaming at the official to blow the whistle. No whistle at all.
Bain drives in. Had it knocked away. J-Dub off the catch. Can't get it. Hartenstein on the offensive rebound, and he leans into the putback. An aggressive move inside.
That was on Hartenstein, and that was on SGA. As Pippen took a shot to the face.
Bain is kept out of the lane. Bain got the flyby. Still can't get the three to drop. Looked like Jackson had that rebound. Instead, it's Dort. So let SGA operate here. Little hesitation. Drives in. Takes contact. Plus going to the line.
Well, let me tell you something about way up top. Not those ones along the baseline. Look at these two bigs go at this shot. They literally took him out on the play.
Wow.
And when you lay that ball up, young players, high off the glass, the higher up.
Officials are all over it here in game number 4. That 4 moving screens. There's another turnover by Memphis. Odd man rush, 3-on-1. There is Holmgren, and he's going to power it down.
Well, this is coming off a turnover. That's what you do, folks. If you're a dunker and you can dunk the basketball, just bend the rim.
All of his points have come from his 4 threes behind the three-point line.
Yeah, that's what he's out there for.
And Shea somehow getting downhill. Once again, he takes a tumble and still able to score.
Yeah. How about this? Man, look at this. Got pushed, bumped by Scottie Pippen Jr.
And there's a deflection. Nice play from SGA, not committing the foul. Aldama comes over and knocks down the 2. He's been Memphis' best player. Wiggins, right on a Conchar. They're going to call a foul, and he's going to have a chance for a three-point play.
Take a look at this. See, there's that grab with the left arm. Easy call for the...
And Pippen got shut off nicely. Kennard caught on the sideline there, and he threw it away. He has looked good. He's got another 20-point game. And SGA cutting through, takes a little contact, and he's going to the line. Back in 2023. Also led the NBA in blocks, but his blocks are way down. Pippen on the drive, and that time Chet Holmgren was ready for it, and he swats it away. Up ahead, it's Wiggins on the reverse, and he'll cap it off in transition. Williams got around him. There is Holmgren. Ball goes back over to Bain. Drives in, blocked by Holmgren. Ended up just breaking off the backboard. Thunder been relying on their defense all season long. There's Isaiah Joe putting that defense here to test in the 4th. Caruso. Hartenstein bounces off the Edey. Doesn't want to pick up the foul. Now, Bain picked up his 5th foul. Is it better for him to get the foul so that Joe doesn't get the shot off?
Oh, I'd let him get the shot off, man. He's too valuable right now.
Just a 12th three of the game. Joe in the corner. He comes back with a 3. Just a 5th of the game for the Thunder.
We're looking at the same replay. The Thunder are looking at.
J-Dub trying to go to work on Bane. Pulls up, tough shot, and he shoots it right in. He's a little Michael. He's laying it all out on the line here for the final 6 minutes. You got Bane with his 5, Jackson with his 5, and SGA with a 2 right there, and a much-needed 2 before Holmgren was able to take it away. J-Dub sheds the defender, steps into it, and bottoms the 3. And it's a timely 3.
Between these two teams over the last 2 games, as J-Dub gets in transition and does what J-Dub do, knock down a big shot.
With Bane now with it in the corner. Under 10 seconds. Bane wants to drive. Looked like SGA might have got a piece of it going out of bounds with 3 seconds. SGA, see what he decides to do. Wants the 3, and he got the 3!
Wow.
When threes have been so hard to come by, and then Chet Holmgren just pins it at the top. And now the crowd is back into it. J-Dub got around 1. The floater goes down. Yes, in game 3. And speaking of clutch, Jalen Williams. So Memphis can tie this up. Got to slow down Pippen. Drives on Holmgren. Lost it on the baseline, and Holmgren picked his pocket. Shea trying to create a little space. Running down clock. Now he's going to have to make a move. 4 seconds. Williams is on him. Step back shot. And SGA buries it. And that might just bury the Grizzlies. They try to foul him. Bane is going to get the shot off, or are they going to get the foul?
Yeah.
Now there comes the foul.
Yeah.
As J-Dub was trying to foul Jaren Jackson Jr., they didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah.
And then Dort intentionally trying to foul Desmond Bane way behind the 3-point line. And Mark Daigneault not even allowing Memphis to get a shot off. So there is the strategy from the Thunder. You see Dort just reach it in.
Yeah. And that's a smart play. That's design. You practice that all the time. You don't always get into these situations, but you don't want them to get that shot off. Now here's a strategy here, folks. Stay with me on this. He has to miss the shot. There's no way around it. He has to miss this shot. And if you're the Thunder, you know, it's all 5 go to the glass.
And they don't have Edey. He fouled out. Hartenstein in there to try to defend Jaren Jackson Jr. It pops up. Almost a chance for Memphis. And there's the horn. As the Thunder prevail, sweeping Memphis with a 117-115 final here in game number 4. Some clutch shooting from SGA down the stretch. And it's the Thunder advancing to the Western Conference Semifinals, taking down the Grizzlies here in Memphis.
Oh, what a terrific play by Bane to try to get that ball up in the air and like a 50-50 ball.